The devils were using to transform the archons into...
Hi everyone, Aldbar here, and welcome to the live stream. Here you can ask your DDO questions, ask for DDO demonstrations, and ask for DDO advice. So please be my guest on my show, Ask Aldbar DDO Live. Enjoy. Well, it's been some time that I've done a live stream. Got a lot of things going on in real life, didn't have time to live stream, so trying to keep up with the videos, but yeah. Well, newest expansion is here. Chill of Ravenloft. This character I'm playing right now has got a lot of favor. 7,727. Actually, 7,725 of that favor was done all solo. And yeah, so we're going to add a whole bunch because, well, now we've got a new expansion. As always, when I do my first impressions, I like going in on character who's way over level just to, well, make sure that I can focus on the content itself and not so much on the fights. So yeah, we'll be going on in Heroic and completely first impression. I haven't watched any videos. I haven't gone on Lamordia. I haven't seen the previews. So all brand new. Before I go there, I'm going to jump quickly into a shop just to sell, get some stuff out of my inventory, so I have a clean inventory. I still only have 16 slots in my inventory. Probably should go to a bank and empty it out all there. You know what? Once we get to the bank in the new area, we'll empty things out over there. Fine. Well, Chill of Ravenloft. This is the bundles. If you got the full, if you got any of the bundles, either the collector's edition or ultimate fan bundle, this is where you get, this is where you get all the items. So yeah. Okay, here we go. Chill of Ravenloft. Step into the mist. Continue into the mist. So these quests are either legendary level 36. So on elite, that'll be 38. That's crazy. And 8 or 10 on heroic. Yep, we're doing it on heroic. So let's see.
You stumble out of the frigid mists and into a densely built courtyard. A voice drifts up from down below.
Nothing. Somebody nabbed this one before we got here.
As always, I'm going to try to like poke into every corner, open up everything just to see it. But I'm not reading all the text, sorry. Do you want to read it out for me? Great. Do you want to show me with characters reenacting something? Fine. I'm not reading it though, sorry.
The woman asks you to find the body of her cousin Arvid. She thinks that body snatchers have taken it.
Part of the reason I'm doing this overlevel is this way I can be sure that I can get all the spot and cert checks without failing them. Speaking of which, maybe I should check to make sure that my skills, let's see, cert 78, how's my spot? Where's spot? $90. Okay, we're good to go. Yeah, there's a side objective to read notes, so should do that. Let's see if we can get all the breakables also. It's kind of an indication that I've been down every passageway.
Too late. The birds got to him. Not even any bits we can salvage. She's so particular, and we can't afford to get on her bad side. Nobody wants to get on her bad side.
Okay, let's clear out this room then. Rather freakishly looking characters. Yeah, well, if you didn't pick up already, this is a horror theme kind of a adventure pack, so kind of like Ravenloft 2.0.
So the Toddstrasser gang was already here. That'll do, Schmidt. You can slink back to your hut now. Come on, lads. Get to searching. We'll have to earn our supper today. It's not like before, when you could just pluck them out of the ground.
Hard to tell always which way you're supposed to go first, if you want the option. Oh, I found the secret door here, so let's go investigate. Well, I'm not going to be disabling those traps. Do them. Yeah, new crafting ingredients. It's kind of like what's it called? Isle of Dread. Should update the name of the quest 1 second. Well, so far it doesn't look like I missed anything. Okay. Always splits 2 ways. Got a feeling this place loops around, so let's go see the other way. Oh, great.
These grave robbers met their end at the hands of some kind of terrifying phantom. The ghostly creature vanishes as quickly as it appeared.
Well, here's a shrine, so just in case you haven't already, please like, subscribe, follow on Twitch. Thanks.
You've been asked to retrieve a cookbook from the neighboring apartment.
Okay. That note had a warning on it. We're going to ignore it. Here's our cookbook.
Eerie laughter fills the room.
Hey, nice. Low-level sun and moon augments.
You've returned the cookbook to its rightful owner.
Well, I guess we need to go this way after all, and it doesn't loop around. Oh yeah, new area. Can we pick this lock? Yes, we can. And another shrine. I wonder if you find a key to open up this area, or we just skip some of the quest by picking the lock.
An angry voice rings out from the courtyard.
Where are my bodies, Schmidt? You promised me bodies.
Yeah.
You know what I think? I think you sold your tip-offs to all the gangs. Then when they came looking for the corpses, you claimed some other mob took them. And I think all that time, you were keeping the bodies for yourself. Probably in that shabby little shed of yours.
It is like a Frankenstein kind of a vibe I'm getting from this place.
But you know me, Schmidt. I never go away empty-handed. If I don't find bodies, I make them.
A voice cries out in terror. No! No! Ah!
Well now, seems I was right. Schmidt's hut is stuffed full of dead-ends. Have the stitch job put him on the carts.
Well, let's go investigate the other direction. I'm assuming if you go the other direction, you'll find a key. Or maybe you can just bypass this area. Yeah, I guess you fight less monsters if you go through the locked gate over there. Locked door. Then you come back to the same place over here. So yeah, just loops around. And now another one of these tile puzzles.
A lone woman stands watching the murderous body snatchers. She seems to be oblivious to the danger and the cold. One of the body snatchers spots you. Boy, get your hands off our property. That stitch job belongs to the Deadmongers.
Deal with this rat bag, lads. I'm off to Dead Man's Crossing. I've got some things to talk over with the others.
You've defeated the body-snatching criminals. What sort of place have you stumbled into? You found Cousin Arvid's body. Perhaps now he can receive a proper burial.
Well, that was that story. Yeah, so all of the new quest items, they're basically Isle of Dread. So basically you can craft your own augments, you can put them into slots. There's also moon and sun augments. And they have an heroic version, not just an epic version. So seems okay. So we'll see. Well done. Lamordia. Finally made it to the new zone. And you step out inside of, well, the public area, I guess. No, this is not the public area. This is the, oh. Take me right in the wilderness.
I was a street rat, down on her luck like everyone else. Then I met Victra and we got on like a house afire. We had quite the time. Until that day. The day she gave me the unbreakable heart. Then, well, you could say we had a difference in opinion. I left. And now, I'll live forever with this thing in my chest. Even though what I want more than anything is to see it destroyed. Living with Victra, well, everything changed. I didn't have to struggle anymore. I had a roof over my head. I had as many hot meals as I could eat. She took care of everything. But it didn't last. See, one day, I started feeling sick. Real sick. A wasting disease it was. I was slipping away. The worst part was, I knew that without me, Victra would be all alone again. That was my last thought before I collapsed.
Well, I guess we can explore the roofs. Benefits of having crazy long jump is you can get across. Oh, new type of ooze. Found the boss. Or that was just a red named, I guess, not a boss. No loot. I mean, there was no rare, it wasn't a rare encounter. I guess it's just a bunch of red names. These are not bosses per se. I'm liking the vibe of this wilderness. We'll see how good it ranks when it comes to finding rares and stuff like that. For now, let's the atmosphere is kind of cool. Still haven't found the main hub. Walk-up quest? No, we gotta find the hub first. I'm gonna summon my hirelings so they can go run loose and kill things. I can just focus on looking where I'm going rather than attacking things. This guy named. Yep, this one actually is a boss. Yeah, so all of these chests drop ingredients that you can use for the crafting. Make your own augments. I guess by the time we're finished with this playthrough, if I can make a single augment, or rather, upgrade a single item, that'll be good. We shall see. This looks like a cave with a rare inside of it. Big polar bears. Until now, the only other place where they had polar bears in the game was in the final quest in what's it called? Feywild. When you fight Prince of Frost. So in the third wave, he summons a bunch of polar bears. When I say a bunch, I mean like 3 or 4. So now they actually added them as an enemy. Collectible. Hey, look, Frost Giant. Hey, he's purple named. You got 18,000 hit points, not bad for a heroic character. If this is like the Isle of Dread, or the purple names drop special ingredients, that's very good. Basically, for making it so you don't have to run the raids if you're a solo player. Having an option to get ingredients without raiding. I always appreciate it when they do that. Yeah, let's get out. Kind of going around the perimeter of this map just to see just how big it is. I mean, Ravenloft was one of the biggest maps ever until Myth Janor came around. And then we found out that there's a right way of making a big map and a wrong way of making a big map. Okay, so that's the new, every character has an option to get a special dark gift, either heroic or legendary. And these gifts are basically a feat you get for free. It costs you, you have a component you have to feed to it to get it. And then also, each one of the gifts has like a downside. I haven't explored much yet into it, but I know that if you finish the saga, you're guaranteed one of these ingredients. Probably a rare encounter up here. Yeah, before I started the stream, I checked out the release. Started the stream, I checked out the release notes for the upcoming patch 8, so I can find out what time the downtime is, and also just see if there's any like pitfalls I need to be aware of. They seem to be mostly cosmetic, so not very important. Now we're getting attacked by sentient snowballs. What are these things supposed to be? Snowball poltergeist. Poltergeist. Okay. I mean, another one of those caves with a purple named. Very cool. Expecting some kind of purple worm. Well, problem with rares is you don't know they're there unless you happen to have them spawn in. So yeah, DDO has a mechanic called rare encounters, where basically you have certain like boss characters who show up occasionally, well, rarely. Truth is, not really rarely, it's like 50% of the time. But you'll have to come back and check again to see if they're there. There doesn't seem to be any in this cave. Pretty sure if he was there, whatever it was, would attack us by now. For a moment I thought that was the end of the map, but apparently you can swim out. Look at this ship. For the record, one of the driving forces behind the character I'm playing now is I wanted some character who can run really, really, really fast, so that I could explore wilderness areas like this. Apparently there's red names all over the place, but they're not all of them are bosses. And they say not all of them are rare encounters.
I sought to recreate the spark of life with my experiments, and I grew closer with each passing day, but I needed a constant supply of materials to further my experiments, a constant supply of flesh. So I started hiring body snatchers. A corpse is just the flesh that remains after death. What does it matter who they were while they were alive? Elise understood. That is how I met her.
Well, I guess that's their justification for body snatching, so.
Now, I wander this cold wasteland. The Isles of Agony, they call it. Sounds about right. I found an old cabin I can hide in. Whatever poor bloke used to live here must have gotten eaten by the frost worms. At first, I had hoped Victor would move on, stop searching for the unbreakable art. But now I know she never will. So here I'll stay. If anyone finds me, they better leave me alone. The fate of Lamordia depends on me being left alone.
There are 3 different sets of journals over here. So 1 second. Journals. There's 2 different sets of journals. Each one of them is telling the story from their point of view.
People would tell you they want the bodies for all kinds of reasons. Organs, black magic, things you don't even want to know about. I don't care. If I have to dig up old Aunt Elga so those university boffins can make a stitch job, then that's what I'll do. Money's money. And at the time, I didn't have the luxury of sticking to my scruples.
Yeah, we're almost back to the start. Still looking for more of these notes. Get a better picture of the story going on.
One day, a body snatching job brought me somewhere I'd never been. A grand old castle, filled to the brim with machines. There was a note on the door that said to leave the order in the lobby, but it also said to come upstairs to get paid. I got in the lift. Imagine having one of them in your house, and went up to the tower on the top floor. And there she was, tinkering with something wet and red. Victra Mordenheim.
Well, I seem to have two main characters, well, other than the fact that there's a shrine here, so don't forget to hit like. But one of them is the one who's the body snatcher, and the other one is the one who's using all the bodies for their own creations, I guess. Usually when the content is new, if you really want to, there's probably places that haven't been patched yet and you can get out of bounds. But I don't feel like doing that right now, so we're just gonna stick to the map. As time progresses and more places that you can go out of bounds are found and reported, they get fixed. But when the content is new, you can be sure there's places to get out of bounds. Initially, I was waiting for the patch to go live. I thought it was going to go live yesterday, and this stream would be post the first patch, fixing any major bugs. But they pushed the patch off, so the patch is today. Well, this is pre-first patch. That means you might spot things who are obvious who need to be fixed, who will be fixed immediately after this live stream, because they've already been set to be fixed. Hoping that thing was a ladder. How about the drain pipes? Nope. Guess you have to do it by jumping from roofs.
I go inside the lab and come up to Victra. She's got her hands in someone's chest. And she says, "Give me the art." Now, I knew she meant the one in the tank nearby, but I said, "I need to get to know you first." And you know what? She laughed. She got the funniest expression on her face, as if no one had ever made her laugh before. And that's when she looked up. "Who might you be?" she asked. The rest, well, I guess the rest was fate.
This is a wax museum. Got a feeling these wax figures are kind of from like the House of Wax movie. Nothing to trigger in here. Hey, check the top floor. I don't know. This door's locked. Maybe there's supposed to be a rare encounter in here. I don't know. Moving on. Just a moment. Okay, so we've explored the perimeter of this map, and we found a whole bunch of quest entrances. We're now hard to spot. I have yet to find the main hub of this place. I'm just assuming that they have a main hub where you find all the quests. Well, just because something makes sense to me doesn't mean it's actually that way. This is two ways of getting around here.
I wish I had been happy. I should have been happy. But everything turned to ashes when she told me how the heart works. This thing, it drains the warmth of the world. The longer it exists, the colder Lamordia gets. She wants to make more. I knew she'd never destroy her precious creation. that my only choice was to leave. It hurt more than anything. But my love for her wasn't worth the cost.
I always knew I was destined for greatness. Even as a child, I used my unparalleled intellect to gather a trove of medical knowledge. The narrow-minded dolts in the university looked down on me, simply because of my youth. No matter. I knew that, in time, each and every one of them would have to acknowledge my talent.
So I guess whatever is powering these, I guess experiments is kind of causing this place to freeze up, or something like that. Oops. Didn't mean to fall off that roof. And I still haven't found the main hub of this place. Well, that's enough of that. Recall. Just find the hub of this place, and we gotta go through some quests. Yeah, so I know that once you finish the first quest, it should unlock the city hall. So I'm kind of cheating and finding the way, but if it wasn't obvious, well, it's not my fault. Part 1, Part 2. Could go to each quest individually to keep the story alive. Or we can just do them out of order and see what happens. Well, they've got all of the trainers. Got a vendor. Do they have a banker someplace here? I mean, they should have. This hall's pretty big. Anything on the top floor? Side room. Auction house, general vendor, bankers. Nice. Just drop a whole bunch of things in the main bank since I've got extra room. Got way too many things I don't really need on this character right now. So just move them off. Main problem is half of this stuff is like mount a character. Come on. Anything else I can move? Not using that anymore. Using that. Not using that. That. Come on. What else do I need? Don't need this. Bank. Yeah, how many thoughts do I have? 33. Fine. Let's go. I guess we do the quest in order and see what happens. That was body snatchers. And what's next? We got work in real life soon, so I guess I need to hurry up if I want to do this all in one shot. What the heck? Where's the quest? I'm glad I'm doing it in order. I might have never found the quest. Guess we start at that university. Yeah, quest number 1 sends you across the entire map. Classic. I have to remember to update the name of the
You've
quest.
come to this graveyard to find Dead Man's Crossing, where the body snatchers are set to congregate. Time to track down the leaders of the Deadmongers.
Graveyard.
The door of this mausoleum is missing. Looking inside, you can see a ladder poking up from a hole in the ground. Apparently, Dead Man's Crossing can be found under the ground.
Well, I didn't use that ladder. I just jumped down.
A network of tunnels connects the basement to the buildings up above. No doubt they are intended to make moving goods around the city easier, but it seems the body snatchers have found other uses for the passages. This passage opens up to a large cellar where some locals have set up camp. You hear an interesting rumor about a temple dedicated to dark powers hidden deep in the Sleeping Beast Mountains. It's said to grant your wishes, if you can reach it. Locals tell you they saw one of the body snatchers headed north, no doubt headed to the Deadmonger's base.
Okay, and here we go. Stuck inside of tunnels. Let's see what we got in here. Traps. True seeing opens the door, finds the door, but doesn't find the traps. What was that all about? On the green switch.
You found another large cellar. To your surprise, this one appears to be set up as a tavern.
Very hard to see these NPCs. They're all hiding in the dark. They're very gloomy.
You learn that someone called Elise used to be an important member of the Deadmongers. But people say she died some time ago. After some discussion, you've learned the base you seek is to the east.
Basically, they're hoping you get lost in these tunnels, and unless you talk to NPCs, you won't find a way ever.
You've arrived at what appears to be the main base of the Body Snatchers. It's eerily quiet.
The irony of having the first person who chats today be a bot.
You find a mostly burned scrap of paper. The in-text section mentions making deliveries to a service area loading dock.
Too bad I don't have this character set up currently for D-Door. Or maybe I do, I don't remember. Let's see. No D-Door. feel like every time you make a quest and you artificially extend it by making yourself get lost, doesn't really make a good case for content.
You hear gears grind when the lever is pulled.
Because anytime you make content that you wouldn't want to explore more than once, something wrong with the content. But could be that's just me. Could be I don't like it, but that doesn't mean anything.
This note appears to be an order to have bodies delivered. It carefully omits any specifics about the client, but the envelope next to it bears the seal of Ludendorff University.
Well, Shrine, just in case you haven't already, please hit like and subscribe. I guess now we're exploring underwater. See where this goes. Give me underwater breathing? No. Yep, there we go. Underwater breathing. Trying to see if there's anything missing over here. Passageway, perhaps? Not that I can see. Could be you need to open something first, or whatever.
The deadmonger turns to face you, annoyed.
You couldn't leave well enough alone, could you? Time for you to get what I gave old Schmidt. Well now, guess you're better than I thought. But are you good enough for this?
I guess that was the character from last one. Okay. This is a one-way trap. Don't see any way of getting out of here.
The floor shifts and buckles as a creature rises from the refuse-strewn floor. The ground shudders as the massive creature falls.
Let's see, this just loops back out. Okay, back to this hole.
According to this, there was so much demand for fresh corpses that the deadmongers quickly ran out of graves to rob. So they turned to a different method of getting corpses: murder.
Seems to be another one of those one-way dead ends. You open up from the other side, I guess.
Keening wails fill the air, and a terrifying form appears.
Finally get to fight one of these things.
The wailing falls silent as the gallows speaker discorporates.
Gallows speakers. Hey, look, a shrine. You know what to do. The thing about these quests is once you do it once, you'll already know the map and you know exactly, well, hopefully you'll know exactly where you need to go. Also, having the map open, because you walk through it once, makes a second run through much faster. But that first time you run through, no clue. There's the green opening that I've opened before. Yeah, there was a secret room with a trapped lever. I mean, there was traps in the hallway, like spike traps came out of the ground. Actually, blade traps, whatever. And once you disable it, pull that green lever and it opens this. Now I know what it does. Well, I've already killed the boss. I believe whoever's supposed to be the boss, so it must have missed some kind of optional this way.
A surprisingly solid barricade seals off the path ahead.
I guess I'm way over level, so it's not very damaging. I see. I turned on a switch in a different room, so I guess that's what it does. Sets the floor to electric. Well, I've opened up the entire map, so I guess the only place that I haven't gone is this hallway. I see. I need a red switch. Somewhere in some room I missed a red switch. I'm using press select next just to see if I don't miss anything. And now, because we've already opened up the map, I can't even see where I missed checking. I did the same thing in Vecna Unleashed. The first quest over there has these switches you're supposed to find someplace. Hope I found it. There we go.
With the second lever activated, the metal grate slides into the wall.
Glad I dodged that bullet. Could have been way more annoying. Here we go. least I know I've covered the rest of the base until now.
Judging by all the guards, you found the Deadmonger's base.
Yeah. This is my first impression, I guess. They're not very good.
The Deadmonger leader sneers at you. The Deadmonger leader slumps to the ground. Now, he's just one of the corpses he dealt in. The beleaguered Deadmonger barks. You've defeated the Deadmonger gang. But you've learned enough about this place to realize that defeating one gang won't stop the trade in fresh bodies. If you can't end the supply, perhaps you can cut off the demand instead. Time to investigate where these bodies are being delivered.
"17 minutes. Yeah, it's way too long for one quest. I am not going to be able to finish the entire quest chain unless I start just rushing through them. Well, I guess we're going to start rushing through them. Yeah, and I guess this one takes place in the university.
This is where goods of all kinds are delivered to Ludendorff University. Perhaps the foreman knows why dead bodies are being brought here. The scientists warn you away in no uncertain terms. The foreman says the bodies are being delivered to the Institute of Revivification Studies. He suggests you find the Institute director and ask him about it.
In other words, the reviving bodies, okay.
You climb into the empty coffin and wait for the servitors to deliver it to its destination.
Success!
Crows the scientist next to the operating table.
Now then, let's observe the revivified servitor deal with a practical problem. This unwelcome intruder.
Yeah, we figured that much out. Let's get out of here now. The entire place is full of these guys now. Try. Sure, that character was doing something very cool. Too bad I didn't have time to see what exactly they were doing. Sorry to say that I do not enjoy maze quests where you just have to walk around. There's tons of hallways. I just don't get it.
Jars line the shelves of this laboratory.
Looks like the lab is fighting back.
You found the director's office, but the Institute director isn't here. Perhaps the memo on his desk contains a clue to his whereabouts. The Institute is creating a huge number of flesh constructs to work in Lamordia's fishing fleet, under the supervision of Dr. Victra Mordenheim. You must destroy the equipment in the construct creation laboratory, then notify the authorities.
Okay. Gotta smash some stuff.
You can't budge this door, no matter how hard you try. Based on the indicators near the doorway, you'll probably need to power up some devices to get it open.
Okay, so we need to get the lab over there. These things again. I think you're supposed to power them by facing each other. Not sure how this thing works. I see. This one starts it. The direction that they're pointing. So this one hits this one and that one. Oh, this one's on. It turn on some electricity someplace? No. Shortcut. And another one of these puzzles. Great. Let's see. I believe these are connected. This one is connected to this and connected to that. And this one connects here. And this goes around. And these two connect. I guess. Connect this and this. Nope. I guess we can connect this, this, and this. This one doesn't want to connect over here. Fine. No, have to go this way. This one will have to go this way. But now this connects to here. This connects to here. This is going to have to connect down to this. There we go.
You hear a metallic groan as a door swings open in the distance.
I guess we're opening it little by little.
This room is covered with mystic symbols, quite unlike the other laboratories.
Guess this guy's a dampier. Well, we've got the lab open.
You spot the Institute director working on an array of equipment designed to create multiple constructs at once. He immediately rushes to attack.
You can't be allowed to hinder this project,
He cries.
Too much is at stake.
I think there's one place where we haven't visited, actually. A few little places we haven't visited. Well, whatever.
You've shut down this laboratory. Yet to stop this morbid scheme completely, you will need to confront Victra Mordenheim herself. Time to contact the authorities and tell them what's going on.
Yep. Quickly check out this few little places on the map that are still darkened out.
This room seems to be where dead bodies are stored before the scientists set to work on them.
Guess we didn't investigate the start because we got sent right away. Okay, we've seen the whole quest now. Wait a second, we haven't. Now we've seen it all. Always find it very annoying if there's like these little places you can miss right at the beginning. Recall, next quest. And the method of communication is yes, yes, yes. So far we found out that they're stealing bodies to create these characters. And I'm going to try to cut off the demand by... Well, we started by going to university and destroying the lab. But now we need to find the scientist behind it, creator. Get rid of them. We'll check out one of these boats.
You have arrived at Schloss Albrecher under the pretext of attending the Baron's reception. The Baron's Grand Hall is just that, grand. Your senses are overwhelmed with the sights, sounds, and smells of this opulent reception. Yet the Baron himself is nowhere to be seen. You'll need to find someone close to him to gain an audience. Legends tell of a shrine up in the mountains. It's a place where you can make a bargain with dark powers and obtain your heart's desire. For a price. There's always a price in these stories. Most of the guests are dressed to the nines, but this woman in a lab coat and goggles sticks out like a sore thumb. She stands far away from the others, eyeing them with clinical disdain.
Guess we go investigate. Somebody had to come up with the generic names for every one of these single NPCs and voice lines. And unfortunately, I don't enjoy any of it. It's not my thing.
This man wants you to clear out the Gramishkas in the Baron's archives. Perhaps he'll put in a good word with the Baron if you do a bit of pest control for him.
Okay, pest control it is. Don't seem to stop spawning it.
That should be the last of the Gramishkas. Now to return and see whether you can arrange an audience. You've managed to arrange an audience with the Baron at long last. One of the guests has asked you to retrieve some highly sensitive documents. If you help her out, she can arrange an audience with the Baron for you.
Door is locked.
The Vault Keeper says that only the Baron's servants are allowed to remove things from the vault. Oddly, he made no mention of the Baron himself. In any case, you'll have to convince him to give you the documents. Or perhaps you can find a more clandestine way. There's a door here. Perhaps you won't have to get permission to access the vault. With the right technique, you could walk right in and take the documents yourself.
As we are.
You could walk right in and take the documents yourself.
As we are. Unfortunately, they made these pressure plates be one-time use, so if you activate them, you can no longer disable them.
You deftly procure the documents from the vault. Now to return them to the rightful owner and see if she'll put in the good word for you.
So you can talk your way through this guy.
The Vault Keeper relents and gives you the confiscated documents. Now to return them to the rightful owner and see whether she'll put in a good word for you with the Baron.
Yeah, whatever. You can either hack your way into the vault or talk your way to the documents.
A hush falls over the crowd, as if someone is about to speak. To your surprise, everyone turns to listen to a voice coming from a small mechanical... Welcome to Schloss Albrecher. I am honored to have so many of Lamordia's most eminent citizens here tonight in my home. I apologize that I am not there to greet you in person. Regrettably, I must attend to some vital affairs of state instead. However, you mustn't let my absence inhibit you. Eat, drink, make merry. Do not let this fine feast go to waste. The prophets of doom will tell you that these are troubled times. Yet with all the brilliant minds and courageous souls assembled here, I cannot help but feel that Lamordia's future must be warm and bright. So let us lift up our voices and our glasses to toast the brighter future that must surely arrive soon. To Lamordia! The door flies open and someone shoves past you. The woman in a lab coat from earlier. Ah, the heroes I've heard so much about. Don't be shy. Come in and tell me what I can do for you.
So, where's the Baron now? Or wherever you're supposed to go.
What's that? Very concerning. Please gather round. We should discuss these matters in more detail.
Somehow I've missed a note. Actually, 3 notes. Could be you can find them only later. Something in here? Nope. Guess we go out, talk to the NPCs again. That guest who passed by us before.
This table is practically overflowing with food, even while Lamordia teeters on the edge of starvation. The Baron is clearly sparing no expense.
Okay, I'm missing something. I'm not sure what. Gather your party in front of the Baron's desk. Fine. Baron's desk was this way.
Quite right to bring this to my attention. There's nothing to worry about. Everything is well in hand. You see, I'm the one who asked Dr. Mordenheim to build the servitors to begin with. The servitors are essential to manning the fishing fleet, and without the fleet, Lamordia would starve in a matter of weeks. So, a few must die now to provide servitors. This saves lives later on. Surely you can see that. I must admit it's not the sort of thing the masses would understand, which is why I can't let you leave.
The floor beneath you gives way. You plummet down to the dungeons below Schloss Albrecht.
Okay, so basically there's this guy who's hired scientists to create these zombie people, revivified corpses, so they can use them as slaves for the fishing market, something like that.
Welcome to another part of my home. A part most of my guests never get to see. This is where I keep some of the things Dr. Mordenheim sends me. Experiments. They're useful for security. You'll provide a splendid test of their capabilities.
The cave opens up here. In the chamber ahead, you see a hulking, the huge creature falls to the ground, the floor shaking around it. Its body is motionless once more.
You don't get them in the right sequence, they don't work. They shut off and you have to start again.
Don't imagine you can escape. My castle is staffed by very capable guards, and these cabins are full of other things.
Apparently, the Baron is blackmailing Dr. Mordenheim to help him with his issues. Or else he'll tell the world about her bargain. But the details of the issues and the bargain are unclear. The way out is blocked by an electric barrier, similar to the ones holding in the scientists' experiments. Disabling this barrier will likely disable all the other barriers as well, releasing who knows what. But there's no other way out, and it's not likely you'll be coming back here in any case.
Gotta turn on these other two switches, I guess. Okay, so here we got to make sure it doesn't go through these blacked out areas. Typically that means that they can explode or something, trapped. So let's see, this one goes here, and this one goes over this, and this one goes underneath this way, and then this way. This one has to go this way. And then this one has to go. And we've got all three lit up. I guess we can go back and pull that switch.
The sounds of crackling electricity fade as the power in this area shuts down. Now to escape before any newly freed experiments find you.
I'm not finished running around this place just yet. Been here.
That's strange. There's a door here, but you can't seem to find a way to open it. For now, you'll have to content yourself with imagining what lies beyond.
Got all the notes.
This is a service elevator. While it could return you to the heart of the Baron's castle, you are clearly no longer welcome there. You should find another, less conspicuous way out.
Yes, let's get out of here. We need to go this way. We've dropped the barrier over here.
I don't know where you think you're going. There isn't anywhere in Lamordia for you to hide. You will pay for meddling with Dr. Mordenheim's scheme, one way or another.
And we're done. Okay, and the plot thickens. We've got the scientist who's creating these, revivifying these creations, and we've got the Baron who's blackmailing her into doing it. Okay, this should be the final quest, I guess, in this first chain. So far, story arc, okay. The overall vibe of this place is fine. I'm not really enjoying all the maze-like quests. Not very fun. But we shall see if this adventure pack or expansion pack redeems itself. One of the major parts of any expansion pack is how much loot per minute you can get. So how fast is it to get to the end of the quest and pull your named item? You can only start testing that after you know the quest very good and can run it very fast. I guess we're going up this mountain for the dark gift area. Here we go.
This treacherous mountain path is set to lead to a temple devoted to the dark powers. Dr. Mordenheim came here in the past, and you're determined to find out why.
They made like a light center around you. With like creatures. I'm not sure what these things are supposed to be. I guess these tunnels so far, not as maze-like, but we'll see. Seems to be blocked off.
The air
Hey, look, a
shimmers
shrine.
as figures take form. It must be one of the visions of the past you were told of.
Here we are. The Sleeping Beast Mountains. Ready to get your wish granted?
If we don't plummet to our deaths in the process.
Oh, buck up, Victra. We might not die.
I merely jest, Elise. How could I let us fail?
That's the spirit.
Your vision of this previous journey up the mountain fades, and then there's a crashing sound as the ice wall collapses.
Yeah, so Victra is the one who's the scientist who's creating these creations, and Elise is the one who's working with her, finding her bodies before for the experiments. As soon as I knew that I need to continue that way, I cleared back this tunnel, so now we can move on. Got a feeling the other way is a small, short dead end. Let's go there first. Yep. I don't mind these occasional, like, side rooms. The thing is, if you don't know there are side rooms and you missed them, you have to track back for it. That drives me crazy. Very cool. Like this area. Looks nice.
The snow swirls as another vision of Victra and Elise forms.
What will you wish for when we reach the top?
If the legend is true, you mean?
Let's say it is.
The secrets of life and death. The secret of the difference between a pound of flesh and a man who thinks and feels.
That's just your research.
Well, what about you?
How about a lifetime supply of mince pies?
You must be joking.
I am serious. If you grew up like me, you wouldn't doubt it.
So, we have the pursuit of truth and the pursuit of food.
You could wake up one day and all those comforts you're used to could be gone.
You'll still be here, at least.
I will be. Always.
A portion of the wall crumbles when the vision ends.
Okay. Plot thickens. Noble poltergeists. At least they mark the wall so you know where to climb back up. Did I miss anything inside? Nope. Figured whilst I'm down here, might as well check, see if I missed anything. And the shrine. Well, if you enjoyed this, please hit like, subscribe on YouTube, and follow on Twitch. Thank you.
A vision of the past emerges on the ledge in front of you. This can't possibly be the end.
There's no way forward, love.
I will make a way. Stand back. Damn!
It's far too icy up here.
If only I had the right invention.
Come on, let's head home. Next time we'll be better prepared.
Very well. When we come back, the mountain will be at my mercy. When the vision fades, several pillars of ice erupt from the frozen pool below.
As we clear out the bottom first.
A vision forms over the shattered section of ice. Pondering what Dr. Mordenheim may have found fills you with foreboding. This vision seems more recent. Victor Mordenheim seems older and filled with a grim determination. I'm back, Elise. And this time I'm prepared. Before long, my wish will be granted, and the heart will be finished. Wait for me, my love. I will bring you back to life. The vision ends with Dr. Mordenheim triggering a switch in the wall, causing the concealed door to slide open.
Too bad you can't really see where you're going on the map.
A barrier of solidified darkness blocks the path ahead. The first crystal by the barrier flares to life.
Just hugging the right wall and going around the circles. Hopefully I'll find the switches.
The barrier wavers as the second lever is pulled.
Yeah, I do not like this fog or the fact that you can't see where you're going on the map. Not fun. At least they made it so your character like glows in the dark. And as you walk around, make this light come off you.
The final lever is pulled and the barrier fades.
Yeah, this takes me back to the start. And now they have a door that opens. That allows you to teleport from side to side. Pretty sure there was a passageway the other way. Let's go check. Yep. It's terrible, you can't see where you're going.
As you approach, the two amber golems begin to move. The final golem collapses, opening the way forward.
Well, we didn't go the other way yet, so let me see what the other way
In
holds.
this vision, Victor Mordenheim is speaking to some kind of unseen entity. She seems quite upset. Dark powers, I beseech you. Give me the answer to restoring life. I bring you this heart. It is incomplete. It cannot save her. Grant me the power of creation. I see. I understand now. I know what must be done. A thick snow begins to fall and the temperature plummets. You've seen how Victra's bargain with the dark powers gave her the ability to craft the unbreakable heart, and how the endless winter started immediately afterward. It's time to return to the city and think about how to stop Dr. Mordenheim.
Well, I don't know how she got her powers. Dark bargain.
You hear stone grinding on stone. Two of the stone lions begin to move.
Yeah,
As the
they
last
made these
lion
as a
falls,
mount.
The next two stone lions start to move. A dread chill fills the air as the last statue comes to life. The wall at the end of the hole slides down when the stone lion falls.
Well, more ingredients and another shrine, and we're done. I guess that concludes chain number 1. Oh, figured out why she wants the heart and how she bargained for it. If I'm following the story right, she wants it for Elise. What ring was I wearing before it changed my ring? And chain 1 is now complete. Well, I think I'm going to take a short break. And maybe we'll start chain 2. So, enjoy the intermission. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Well, and we're back. So, welcome back to the live stream. Here you can ask your DDO questions, ask for DDO demonstrations, and ask for DDO advice. Please be my guest on my show, Ask Aldbar DDO Live. We just finished first chain of Lamordia. So that was Chill of Ravenloft Part 1. That was the intermission, the quest that takes you to Lamordia, so that's one quest. 2, 3, 4, 5 quests. I haven't actually checked how to get to this place, but I guess we click on we can either start chain 2, but I don't think I'll have time to finish chain 2. There's another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 quests. Yeah, I think we'll just do the 2 walk-up quests. Zoo Creeper. Yeah, we're running everything on heroic because, well, we want to just do it for favor. There's this big central square, a shrine right next to it. Trying to remember how we got into this place in the first place, whatever. Fine, let's do the walk-up. That's what we're going to call it. Hey, a rare. Free loot and ingredients. So yeah, we've done already the first chain, and I guess we're going to do the walk-ups. Unfortunately, due to things I need to do in real life, I'm not going to have much time to... Not going to be able to do the second chain in this setting, so... Hopefully we can at least get the 2, what I'm going to call walk-ups. They're not really walk-ups, because you still have to go to a quest giver. But I guess standalone quests? That'll be the proper name for them. Again, I'm just assuming they're standalone quests, but they might not be. Zoo Creeper.
The effects of the blizzard on the zoological gardens are still apparent. Huge snowdrifts fill the cages and block doorways. A pack of strange creatures bursts into the courtyard,
like creatures.
food.
not really helping out the cause of the zoo by attacking.
The zoo's automatic feeding system has broken down. If you don't repair it, the remaining animals will slowly starve to death.
Okay. Glad I went here first.
There's a door buried beneath this snowdrift, but you'll need a shovel to get to it.
Okay, let's go get a shovel then.
This must be a maintenance area, judging by the tools scattered about.
Here's our shovel.
You found a shovel. This will come in handy when faced with a snowdrift. You use the shovel to clear the mass of snow that blocks your way.
That note said warning, but I didn't really read what it said. Just was warning me though. I guess you can walk through the bent gates and not through the straight gates. Got it. You all wish you had the power to get rid of snow that fast. That's a magical shovel for you. This abomination, that is. They actually made a mount out of that creature. And you get him if you have the collector's bundle. I guess this loops around. Brian, just in case you haven't already, please hit like. Thank you.
This device is designed to send food throughout the zoo using a series of pneumatic tubes. But the automatic feeding system is broken. Key components are clearly missing.
Okay, so I guess now we're finding parts for a machine. Fixing an automatic feed machine.
This building is hot and humid, much to your surprise. Apparently, the heaters in here didn't fail during the blizzard.
Keep on killing old animals in the zoo. Assuming that pet was part of the zoo. I mean, there's an exhibit here. It is gated off, so I'm assuming. For pieces for the machine. Some free loot. Seems to be that all of the chests drop ingredients, which is good. Could have stopped and repaired. Oh, my chest is all full. Too bad. I mean, my inventory is all full.
Judging from the broken glass and open air vent, something escaped from this room.
Okay. Well, it looks like we found part of the machine.
This is a component part of a larger machine.
Yeah, where haven't we gone yet? I think the big machine's over here. Right.
Deep, desperate roars come from the nearby building. You hear a rattling sound up above, as if there is something in the air vents.
Yeah, whatever escaped from that room before. Apparently it's walking out the air vents.
The collapsed roof and blood-soaked snow show that something terrible happened here. When presented with a frozen mass of intertwined keepers and animals, Dr. Mordenheim did not hesitate. She took her scalpel and her bone saw, and from the icy remains, she sculpted the broken ones.
Creating abominations from the put together animals.
The lions roar hungrily when you enter the building. From their gaunt forms, you can tell they haven't eaten for some time.
Okay. Hope they don't try to use me as feed.
You found both of the components needed to repair the automated feeding machine.
Okay, I guess we go back to the automated feeding machine room. Fix the machine out. If I'm not mistaken, it was this room over here. Yep.
You replace the components. The automated feeding system rumbles back to life, once more dispatching food from the tanks to various parts of the zoo. Perhaps the zoo's animals will be safe now. A bizarre form drops down from the air vent, attracted by the sound of the working feeding system.
Okay, this is whatever this thing is.
With the feeding system repaired and Dr. Mordenheim's experiments dealt with, it's now safe for keepers to return to the zoo. The slow process of rebuilding can begin.
Okay, that was done. Actually, I enjoyed this quest. All things said, There are multiple different like paths, but they converge back, so I'll give it a pass. I feel that if I'm going to complain about quests that I don't like, when I do like a quest, I should point it out. So far, the ultimate quest in the final chain started off really good, but then kind of fell apart when we got into the misty caves at the end. And this quest I enjoyed. Also, the story's been okay so far. Doesn't have me dying to know what's going to go on later, but at least I'm following along and I'm finding it, I guess, interesting. So we'll see how it unfolds later. Yeah, but as I said before, due to things in real life, we're going to end after this quest.
You've been sent to this courtyard to find the source of a mysterious light. Perhaps it's the woman with the lantern just ahead. This woman isn't who you're searching for. She's just protecting her son's grave from grave robbers. Suddenly, an eerie light begins to shine down from the window to the north. That must be the mysterious light you were sent here to find.
Okay. That would have been too easy.
This rundown building is filled with members of the Deadmongers gang. It's no surprise that woman was worried about her son's grave.
I like the fact you can see on the map that this is a dead-end room.
You pull the lever and the loud scraping noise rumbles nearby.
And you know that if you go down
For some
the hallway,
reason, you suddenly smell fried food.
you know that
beer.
there'll be something there. And you won't have to go back there later.
This explains all the Deadmongers. You seem to have stumbled into one of their favorite taverns. Several of the grave robbers rush towards you, itching for a fight. The bartender explains that the Deadmongers took over this building after they abandoned Gruber Manor next door. Apparently, that place became overrun by the undead. With the last of this batch of body snatchers defeated, you can now explore the upper part of the tavern in peace.
Okay. You call this in peace? I'm still fighting monsters. There's always some free loot. Of course, I forgot to empty out my inventory. I just gotta deal with it. I have to point out that so far I've only pulled one named piece of loot. But I have pulled some augments.
It's quite worn, as if something heavy had been dragged here. But the wear ends abruptly at a blank wall.
Yeah, blank wall.
The door opens, revealing a concealed passageway. You can just make out the marks of wagon wheels on the stone floor.
Okay. Lever to secret area. What this?
This grisly depot is where the local deadmonger stores some of the corpses they've snatched before delivering them onto their customers.
Yeah, as long as I can pick up the ingredients, I don't care about all the rest. Oh yeah, this is their storage area.
The sealed doorway shatters into pieces, revealing a large open courtyard. Then, the snow itself begins to move.
Feels like the midpoint of this quest. I have no way of knowing that, I just kind of gives that vibe.
A chill settles into the air as you enter the building. And it's not just the temperature. This place feels uneasy.
Guess this was their previous location. Now this place is full of undead.
Dust and decay hang heavy in the air. A single lit crystal is mounted near a sealed doorway to the east. A feeling of intense dread overcomes you even before you can make out its source. The form dissolves into nothingness, and an eerie calm.
The second one of
fills
those
the
we've killed
area.
so far. What's up with this room with all these doors? Whatever. Yeah, switch is going to be in here someplace.
When the lever is pulled, the crystal dims. A loud click can be heard from the sealed doorway. You come across something shining a bright light. The creature, whatever it is, immediately runs off. Could this be what you came here to find?
This thing's totally bugged out. Yeah, but this is where we were before. This is the creature that was
This
here before.
stairway leads upwards to the top of Gruber Manor.
And another one of these. Gallows stalker or something.
The temperature drops even further as you step out onto the roof. You suddenly realize what's making things so cold in this building. It's the creature standing before you. A powerful light shines down from above. There's something up there.
Old light walker.
The powerful light flickers out. You've quieted
And he's dead.
ghosts
That was
of
that.
Gruber Manor, bringing peace to the neighborhood. Now to report your findings to the police.
And we're done. I would also say that the overall feel of the surrounding area is that there's plenty of what to kill. I mean, I have almost 200 kills, and that's just from like randomly walking around. So, yeah, so far so good. I haven't actually tried to run it as a explorer zone, so I don't. Sorry, as a Slayer zone and see how fast it really stacks up. But if it's as good as Barovia was, so I'll be very happy. I just wonder where the crafting takes place. Crafting device, crafting device. Guess they're in the back of this room. Is it up there? This is heroic and legendary. I see. For weapons, see how much ingredients I have already. I've got 17 of the last one, but at least 30 of all the rest. And I've only pulled one named item. Let's go take the named item just so we can show off, I guess. Experiment and see how. Give me the item. What was it? So I got these gloves. Gloves of the Grave Robber. Level 8. They've got speed 18. So plus 18 to attack. Sorry, to movement speed and plus 6 to attack speed. And deception. Fine. We've got 2 slots, a yellow slot and a moon augment. So 2 accessories is, let's see. These are still for weapons. Assuming all of the, okay. These are for accessories. So I could add, let's say, a stat. Plus 5 to strength for level 8. That's just like regular crafting, so. Charisma. Hit points. See, they're basically just another, a lot of these are just regular stats that you can get on regular augments for level 8. Acid spell power. Crit damage. Double strike. Double shot. Healing. Repair. Negative amp. Accuracy. Deadly. Yep. Sneak attack, critical confirmation, spell crit. Come on, give me something interesting. Here you go. Quality bonus to stats. So quality bonus to strength, dex, constitution, intelligence. These are very good. Getting +1 quality. It's kind of hard to get. PRR, MRR, spell penetration. Tactical DCs. Then you get quality to spell crit. Resistance. Okay, now here we're going. Enhanced Ghostly. That's 50% incorporeality, and you hit targets. This is a good bonus. Of course, you need 10 of the second ingredient. Level 8, Relentless Fury. Now we're talking. These are good bonuses. Accessory, let's see. Fortification Bypass. Okay, not bad. Spell points. Profane spell DCs, sacred spell DCs. Things like this drive me crazy. You see this? You get 40% 70% fortification for level 8. A blue augment you can get gives you 100% fortification for level 8. So, like, why would you ever use this? This is all of the amplifications. Black wires. How many of those do I have? I've got 21. I guess I can make one of those. Yeah, unfortunately, this item I have can't put these things in anyway, so. Two different I can't. Okay. This is for armor now. You get Death Black and Ghostly together. Assuming all the rest are going to be just armors. Here's the actual weapons. They've got Vampirism and they're +4. Not bad for a standard weapon. They're all Vampirism. Yeah, basically they're all Vampirism. And the other ability that I had that I missed was... I'm looking for this ability that I can add Dolorous, whatever it's called, to add on to a accessory. Where's that enhanced Ghostly? Come on, where is it? Here we go, enhanced. But of course, this item doesn't have an enhanced ghostly on it. Doesn't have the specific spot. Yeah, well, unfortunately, I don't really need any of these things for this, but just let's pick the cheapest one, just for the heck of it. Fine, we'll just make a quarterstaff. I want to see how it looks. There we go. And take off the cosmetic. This is Dinoborn Crafting, and there's the new one. Okay. I guess I'll have to wait to see somebody take pictures of all of the different cosmetics and put them on. And finally, last thing, log out, log in, just see how much favor we've got so far. And I can be calling it a stream. Yeah, favor doesn't update sometimes immediately, but if you log out and log in, it always updates. Oh, so I didn't check who gives the favor over here. You can get a favor reward, perhaps. Total favor. 7,814. Out of those, 7,812 were done completely solo. Keepers of Lamordia. Where's the Patreon for this place? On the Patreon. Nice, you get 5% bypass for enemy fortification. I like that. All the trainers at the tavern. Well, yeah, I guess that's going to be it. Well, hope you all enjoyed it. Thank you very much for being my guests on my show, Ask Aldbar DDO Live. And yeah, hope to see you all in my next live stream. Take care. Bye.